Okay, so there was another event today. Um, Now, most of you know that since we can't leave the building, or if we do, we have to shelter in place for in our apartment for 5 days when we come back, and that means we can't even go to take the garbage out. Technically, we just can't leave. We have to have it, whatever groceries we need have to be delivered, and I think people take for granted how easy it is. If you need something, just run over to the store, get it, come back. It takes 10 minutes, right? Now it's a little more difficult. We have to have everything delivered, and you can't just have one thing delivered. So you have to wait until you need a few items or order a few items with it, have that delivered. And if you're a target of organized stalking, this just means more people to tamper with your stuff, right? Now I can't go to the store and, pick out random things. Of course, before there were some items that I just couldn't pick out random things, that I had to get certain items, the same items every time. But in other situations, I can get random things, or I could choose, I could take something from a certain area of the shelf. They're not going to tamper with every single item, right? No, I can't do that. I have to wonder, will our stuff be tampered with, either at the store on the way here, or while it's down there, while it's downstairs. So, because now they say, everything that comes in has to go through them downstairs, and they supposedly sanitize it, which I don't trust, so I re-sanitize it when I get it up here, but you never know. Okay. The driver called. He said he was on his way, or he was here, or about to be here. So I went downstairs. As I got downstairs, I saw our stuff on the table, and two guys were talking, and one was the same perpetrator that I spoke about a few videos ago. The one, when he came up to fix the closet, I think he might have whispered something under his breath, and the one I said has made other comments in the past that aren't outwardly nasty, but they're meant to show me that, they're meant as references to personal matters in my life. Okay. Well, he was there. He was having a conversation with another guy, and they were talking about some apartment number. Hey, this belongs to apartment such and such, and it wasn't our apartment. So I walked up and I said, "No, our apartment is, this." And they looked at me and said, "What?" I said, "Our apartment is this, and that's our stuff." And they said, "Oh, well, this is a different apartment number. Hang on." So they started looking, and I gave them our name, and they said, "Yep, that's the right name, but it's a different apartment number." And they said that the driver must have gotten it wrong. I don't believe them. It's difficult to know, because there are so many people involved in organized stalking, and now there are so many people involved in getting groceries here. There are the people at the store, there's the driver, there are the people downstairs who collect everything and bring it in. You never know on which end the mishap took place. And I think they could have just been trying to set up the driver to get me to call and report him when he probably didn't do anything wrong. It probably was not him. Because I know that we put our correct apartment number in there, in the system. So that's what happened. Moving on. They put all of this stuff in a cart. I went to take it upstairs, brought the cart back downstairs. And as I'm downstairs, there was a woman who started talking to me, and she said, "Hey, I know your mom, and we started talking for a little bit. And then she said, "Well, tell her I said hi." And then the woman gave her name. It's the name of a cat, my former cat, my cat who passed away a few years ago. Now, they'll do that. They'll make references to the cat. Sometimes naughty and sometimes nice, references, sometimes really nasty. But it'll seem like an innocent thing. So I figured, well, I don't know. Maybe the woman does know my mother. Maybe this is just a coincidence, even though I know there are no coincidences when you're a target of organized stalking. But I figured, okay. So when I got back upstairs and I told my mom, "Hey, do you know this person?" Because she said, to tell you hi. And my mom said, no, she doesn't know the person. Right. So it was a reference to the deceased cat. And back downstairs. Okay. Now, the reason is, when it comes to the cat, I was pretty sure the cat was poisoned. And at first I didn't know, because when the cat died, I think when the cat died, I still hadn't learned about organized stalking, or did I? I don't remember. But once I learned about organized stalking, and I heard stories from other targets, and our stories were so similar, and they talked about how their pets were injured and sometimes poisoned. That's when I started becoming a little fearful that they might have poisoned her. Because by the end, she did get sick. We could say, well, she was so old, it was old age, but by the end, she was kind of ill. And, I asked the vet, I asked the vet, well, can you tell us what happened? How did she die? And the vet never contacted us to tell us. Anyway, so back downstairs, the reference was made to the cat. fast forward. I walked over to the elevator to get into the elevator, and the perpetrator was, he had walked back, to the back, and he came out again, and there he was with another guy, and they were holding one elevator, and I pushed to call another one. I thought they were using that, or he pushed to call another one of us. I think I pushed it, and anyway, I don't remember. My mind kind of goes blank because it's so much stress. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm standing there, and the perpetrator, same guy, right? He says, go ahead, take your poison. And now we know that the saying "choose your poison" is common, right? And it's innocent. It's meant if you have two choices to make, or more than one choice, multiple choices, and none of them are good, go ahead, choose your poison. Okay. And I've said that before too. I know other people who have said it. It's a relatively innocent statement. But he said, go take your poison. That's what he said. That's how he said it. And then he called me Chief. Go take your poison, Chief. So first of all, the reference to go take your poison, and the way he said it, take your poison instead of choose your poison, even though it was meant to look like he was just joking with me about which elevator I was going to get into, it was actually a reference to my fears that were being poisoned, because I never know. That's the point. Even if they didn't tamper with the food, I don't know. And this is just to create more stress, more anxiety, more fear. Then he called me Chief, which now, after I started getting this troll on my channel, and I think everybody knows him by now. He was trolling other people's channel too. There was a perpetrator, or just a troll. Who knows if he was a perpetrator or just a troll? I think he was a perpetrator. His name, he went by the name Chief Handler, and I don't like to usually give names out like that and bring more attention to them, just because I don't want to give them attention. But now we need to talk about it. He started trolling my channel, and this was a while back. I haven't heard from him in a while, but as soon as he started doing that, like not too long after he started doing that, people in the building started referring to me as Chief. So again, they're referencing something that's happening in my personal life. Yesterday I got another comment on my video, and the symbol of the comment, the picture that went along with the name of the person who commented is a banana. Well, this is the first time that I actually ordered fresh fruit, because I've been ordering cans and packaged foods because I'm afraid of everything being tampered with. This is the first time I actually ordered fresh fruit, and I ordered bananas with that. First time in a long time. We've been wanting that for a while. So just more and more references to our life, what we're doing, our personal life, numerous references to being poisoned. First with the woman who referenced the cat who I believe was poisoned, then the comment by the elevator, and of course the comment yesterday because I had ordered the food, the groceries, earlier yesterday in the afternoon. So then one of my videos yesterday evening, the comment came through, with a picture of the banana. Just a lot of references, a lot of little jabs here and there. It's sick. It's perverse. You consider the amount of what they're doing. The people involved who actually know what they're involved in have to be psychopaths. They have got to be psychopaths to do all of this. Anyway, so I brought the food back up and I re-sanitized all of it, what I didn't throw out. Some of the stuff I just threw out because I can't be sure it wasn't tampered with, and it looked like the packages were flimsy. They could have been opened, and I hate wasting food. I hate wasting money, and of course I'm not going to give it away if I think it could be tampered with. So I had to throw that out. I just wanted to document what's going on, and there's my documentation.